live. Wow, here it is, the 21 days of purpose and leadership. Kamoya Benjamin, welcome. And I just want to see a few of you chime into this conversation. Let me know you're on. So can I just get my mic set up here? Button right there. Great. 21 days of purpose and leadership starting now. Great. I want to welcome all of you to the 21 days of purpose and leadership. My name is Kamoya Benjamin, and I'm very excited to actually share this time with you. We're talking about the 21 days of purpose and leadership. And why this conversation is so important is, as we're going to see in the next 21 days, is there's a shift globally. What is happening in the world is that now more than ever, people are going back towards what's my purpose in life? What was I created to do? And those questions are becoming louder and louder by the day for many reasons that I'm going to get into. For starters, let me introduce myself. My name is Kamoya Benjamin. I'm a certified coach, speaker, and trainer with the John Maxwell team. I'm MBTI certified and the founder of Catalysts, which is an academy of purpose and leadership. And I'm going to be launching that. We'll tell you more about that. I'm so humbled to also be a part of Global Mentorship Network as one of the vice presidents of communication and in the executive leadership team. And we're mentoring leaders who mentor other leaders. As we talk about purpose, someone will probably ask, Benjamin, why 21 days? Could you have just done 2 or 3 days of Facebook Live and then that's it? The honest answer to that is, through my journey of discovering my purpose, one of the things I realized is that this is not a conversation we can have in like 30 minutes one day and then we say, my goodness, guys, go discover your purpose and that's it. There's just so many intricate details connected to this that you need to see all of them come together so that then, wow, it becomes one big piece and you understand how all the intricate pieces connect together. I think of it like building a house. There's just those small details that make the house complete, beautiful, and appealing to anyone who would walk into it. So 21 days may not actually exhaust the whole conversation and the content that I may have to share here with you, but I do know that by the time we get to the 21st day, you will have a clear picture of what is really the reason for your existence. Purpose is, why are you alive? Purpose is a word that we use in many other instances. You say, what's the purpose of the meeting? What's the reason of the meeting? What's the purpose of this, business? What is the reason for its existence? And that's the same question that we come to when we begin to talk about what is your purpose in life? What is your reason for existence? But I do understand when we begin to ask this question of men and women, of human beings, it kind of takes a different forms, like what's my purpose? And it's probably one of the most Googled questions, how to find my purpose? What is my purpose in life? And we're going to talk about that. But it's, yes, a very important question that unlocks a leadership conversation. It's a gap about leadership. And leadership is really what is required in order for you to live out your purpose. It's you leading self. It's you driving self. It is you leading you to get there. So leadership is really about how are you going to get there? What are the competencies that are necessary in order for you to achieve your purpose? So that comes with a huge, plethora of abilities and skills. It's about, the tenacity. It's about the clarity of purpose. It's about, the commitment to the cause. It's about awareness of self. It's about know their purpose. They know that they don't know their purpose. And that in itself is a cause for a lot of pain. They're just, oh my goodness, how I know this is not what I'm supposed to be doing, but then I'm not doing something about it. I don't know what I need to do. I just know it's not the place. I mean, this job, I know I'm only here to pay the bills, but I feel that there should be something else I'm supposed to be doing out there. And that can be a place of pain. It could be a place of misery. It could be a place of anxiety and just some mental torture as you think about, my goodness, I'm not doing what I was supposed to do. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to find it, but I know I'm not doing it. That's the lowest level. It's kind of some misery or some sort of thing like that. The second level is where someone has discovered their purpose. And this is what you're supposed to do in life. And they're like, oh my goodness, this is what I'm supposed to do. I've discovered it. I've known it. You have been created to do. And that takes us to the third level, which is fulfillment. As I begin to take some of those steps, I begin to feel fulfilled, and I'm excited, and I'm happy, and this is what I'm going to do. Wow, this is my purpose, and I'm meeting other people who are doing similar things, and there's fulfillment as I begin to do something like that. For me, I'm at a place where I'm excited about knowing my purpose, but I've also gone farther and begun to do something about it, and that brings great fulfillment. To be out in front of crowds speaking, to be coaching with people, to be training about how do you discover your purpose, and to help people and to see them do something great with their life. The highest level, I would probably say, is the level of impact, where you are being significant, you're changing other people's lives, that your thing, the impact that you're generating is coming from you living out your purpose. You've gone beyond fulfillment of just living out your purpose. And I want you to think about, where are you? Are you at the place where you don't know your purpose, but you know you need to look at, you need to find it, and you need to understand what it is? Or are you at that place where you know it, you're excited, and it's awesome? Or are you beginning to take some steps in that direction? I'll bet, yes, you have a 9-to-5 job, but you find some time on your extra time over the weekends to begin to do something about it, and there's some fulfillment that comes with that. Or are you at the level where you're living it out big, you're impacting lives? That's one of the easiest ways to know that you are not in the area of your purpose. There is just a discontentment, a turmoil within you that lets you know, hey, you are not where you're supposed to be. You're living below your potential. You're not living out your purpose, and that bothers you day in, day out. And that nag, I can tell you, will continue to be there. Because you see, when we were created by God, we were created as a concept. Okay? Conception happens. We were a concept in the mind of God. He says, before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. And therefore, the reason for your existence was clear. It was not something that was kind of, hey, let's pick something from the deep box and say, oh, what is he going to do? There was clarity in the mind of God about, this is the object of my creation, and this is what I want them to do. And so as it begins inside of me, that tells me that I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And it's important for you, as you begin to feel that nag and that discontentment, to take necessary steps towards finding out what is your purpose in life, what were you created to do. It's important for you to find that out, because you will not, the nagging will not stop. I think of it this way, when God says that my word shall not return to me void, I think it's because God has already spoken who you are going to be, and the kind of works that he has prepared for you, and the excellence and the good works that you will do, that people may see you and praise him while he is in heaven. He has already, and as you feel that nag, begin to move in that direction of achieving what your purpose is. Now, what are the next 21 days going to be looking like? The next 21 days, I'm going to share with you key pillars that are necessary for you to achieve your purpose. The first part of this whole session is about, how do you discover your purpose? Now, discovering your purpose is amazing, it's exciting, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Living out your purpose is the next phase of your life. They say the two most important days in your life are the day you are born, yes, and the day you know why. I want to add the third day, which is the most important day, is the day you begin to live out your purpose. Knowing I'm created to raise a generation of leaders is not enough. Until I begin to do something and think of strategies to raise leaders, that is the most important day of my life, because I know then I begin to do what I was created to do. So purpose, people around you to help you live out the purpose and to sustain that which God has commanded and just put in your heart to do. And so we're going to begin with just identifying what your purpose looks like, okay? And I want to share with you some 3 very important pillars. In order for you to discover your purpose and to learn what it is God created you to do, I do believe that first of all, you need to identify and know who you are. Who are you? Is the most important thing that you need to first of all come to terms with. Identify what it is that you are created to do. What were you created to do? Understand, who am I? Identify, this is who I am. These are my skills. These are my abilities. This is my personality. And looking at that, it fits so significantly in the whole space of understanding what your purpose in life is. So that's one of the key pillars, is to identify. After identifying, the next thing is definitely to sharpen. Is to know, how do I then become the best in this area? How do I live out my purpose in this area? And then you begin to develop that skill, gift, ability, talent, and get better at it and get better at it. And as you get good at what it is that you have already been wired as, then you begin to see opportunities and abilities where you can go in and affect lives in the area of your purpose or your calling. You become sharper. You have better innovation other people. And as you serve other people, you get an opportunity to receive in exchange monetary value or whatever other kind of reward that is supposed to also safeguard you as you move on in life and have needs and expenses, and you have things that you need to do. Your gift is for others. And so identifying that gift and knowing what it is, and then going further to sharpen it and becoming the best in that area so that you can attract high net worth people that you can serve with your abilities. And beyond that, then going forward to position that ability so that people then can know that you exist and you are out there and you have a certain ability, and documenting the reflections that you're going on through in your mind, like what does that mean for me? How do I feel about this? And I'm going to be asking many questions along the way. One of the questions that I asked is about the 4 levels of fulfillment. Where are you? Are you at misery? Are you at excitement? Are you at fulfillment? Or are you at impact? I want you to think about that, and I want you to document that. I want you to journal that. I want you to write there, what are you thinking as I speak with you? As I talk about, your gifts and abilities and talents, have you discovered your gifts, talents, and abilities? Do you know who you are? Is that something that's clear? If it's not, write it there. Because later, after the 21 days, when you come back to the journey and begin to look at day 1, day 2, day 5, day 6, day 7, you will. The other thing I want to also share very quickly is that some of you may not be able to join me through this 30 minutes time. We're going to make available this content on a portal I'm going to share with you. But you can also go on Facebook and you'll find this. It's going to be uploaded there and you can access it at any time. But we want to just record this also separately and make it available for now and also for the future, if you may want to come back to this conversation and listen into something. We don't own Facebook. We have another portal that we can make available all these recordings that we're having at our time here together. So to crown it all, and even as I close today, I want to ask you to post in your questions right here at the bottom. I will take them, and one day, out of the 7 days, out of the first 7 days, we'll answer the question. The next set of 7 days, we'll answer the questions. And the last set of 7 days, we're going to answer the questions. I want to answer your questions, and I want to lump all of them together so that I'll be able to respond to each one of them. Now, what has been the highlight of our conversation today as we close? I would like to do a recap. The first thing is you need to realize that in order for you to live out your life in fulfillment, is that you need to live out your life out of impact. I mean, you are clear, this is purpose, this is what I'm supposed to do, and you're living it out at a high level, and you're doing big things. Where are you? I'd like you to just share that with me below, but also, I'd like you to just document that in your journal as you think about the stuff that we've talked about here today. Now, that's day 1. We're done with today. I want to share with you some things about tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to spend some time talking about identifying your key skills. And why this is important is that, just to give you a teaser, no man creates something and then denies it the abilities to live out what he created it for. I'm going to say that again. No one creates something and then denies the object of their creation the abilities necessary for it to function.